Did you know that 9 out of 10 Americans say they believe in God? But from there, how we imagine God diverges. What we believe about God's temperament, God's presence in our lives, divides into very distinct portraits. Differences that may say as much about us as they do about the divine. And Dan Harris lets you decide.
If you ask children to draw a god, you'll get a fascinating variety of images, from a man on a throne, to a smiley face, to a shining sun, to a cross-legged Buddha type. Turns out same goes for their parents. In a new book called America's Four Gods, 2 professors from Baylor University use polling data to break down our belief in God into 4 different categories. About 28% of us believe in an authoritative God.
An authoritative God believes in a God that is both very judgmental and very engaged in the world at the same time.
They tend to be evangelical and male. 22% of Americans, mostly evangelical women, believe in a benevolent God who is also thoroughly involved in our lives, but is loving, not stern.
If somebody's not there for you, he's always there. That's how I look at God.
21% of Americans believe in a critical God who is removed from daily events but will render judgment in the afterlife.
We find a strong tendency for African Americans, for people who are at lower levels of income and education, to believe in the critical God.
And 24% of us believe in a distant God who set the universe in motion but then disengaged.
I think he created the world to be a certain way, and he's allowed humans to have this free reign.
They also tend to be people who say that they're spiritual, but maybe not religious.
The professors say these questions are not merely academic, that the type of God in which you believe has a profound impact on your morals, your behavior, and your politics. For example, believers in an engaged, judgmental God are more likely to see natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina as God's punishment. Believers in a distant God are apt to be less suspicious of science and more likely to agree with Benjamin Franklin's assertion that God, the supremely perfect, doesn't care one bit for such an inconsiderable nothing as man.
A person's conception of God is central to how they perceive their world and behave in it.
These questions about how we conceive of God unlock our most basic values and often tap into our childlike imagination about who or what created the universe. Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.